Encounter outside the window. March 7, 2024, Washington, D.C. A resident was going about their normal evening routine at home when something really strange caught their attention through the bedroom window. At first, the eyewitness assumed it was just a drone or helicopter, but as they continued watching, it became clear this was no ordinary aircraft. Take a look. The footage shows what appears to be two extremely bright orbs of light, one significantly bigger than the other, pulsating and mirroring each other's movements. The bigger orb was shining brilliantly, almost too bright to look at it directly. But the second dimmer orb seemed to be reflecting or mimicking the lights of the brighter one. While recording at one point, the smaller orb suddenly drops down at an incredible speed, only to come to a stop near the bigger orb. But to be honest, I think this to be a reflection or lens flare, because the smaller orb tends to move only when the person moves the camera. But as for the bigger one, there is something definitely strange about it. As the person zooms into the bigger orb, the color of the orb seems to change from green to blue and back to green. What's even more weird is that there seem to be some smaller objects randomly flashing near the larger orbs. This erratic movement has left the eyewitness completely stunned. Trying to steady their phone camera, the resident shifted positions a few times during the filming. Intriguingly, the smaller flashing objects seemed to react or change direction whenever the camera moved, almost as if responding to the adjustments. The eyewitness reported that because of this unconsciously moving around so much during recording made the footage more shaky and difficult to follow the object's movements precisely. While the footage raises more questions than answers, it has highly divided opinions among skeptics and UFO enthusiasts. Some believe it to be a plane that is headed directly towards the camera. Some others think this was a reflection of lights or lens flare. However, someone argued that if it was indeed a reflection, why would it stay still even when the person zoomed out? Something to think about, isn't it? And then there are those who believed that it was indeed a genuine UFO sighting. Now here's where things get interesting. The eyewitness has actually provided another video from their Ring doorbell camera, which was captured from another angle. Now that's really amazing, isn't it? However, I believe that after watching this footage, many of you might be wondering if the bright light in the sky was actually the blinking light coming from this building here. Well, initially, I thought that too, but as the video keeps playing, after a few seconds into the video, the blinking light in the room doesn't match with the bright light in the sky. Both their behavior seems to differ completely. Also, the movement and the appearance of the bright light changes, while the light in the room remains in one place. After this doorbell footage went online, it was flooded with positive comments. So when you look closely at the beginning of the footage, a bright light enters from the right side, and somewhat looks like it shoots some sort of beam. Then it exits the frame from right to left, only to return shortly after. After a few seconds, the bright light seems to be hovering and pulsating near the center of the frame, behind a giant tree at the street. With all this mysterious nature exhibited by this object, the eyewitness believes that there is something definitely happening in our skies. So just what were those bright lights over the nation's capital? And why was it moving in such a strange manner? Let me know down in the comments below. The UFO case of Joey Franco. May 26, 2017, Ardmore, Oklahoma. On an ordinary evening, a local resident named Joey Franco had a truly extraordinary and astounding encounter with an unidentified flying object. This sighting has since been considered as one of the most credible and well-documented UFO encounters in history. Franco was outside his home when he noticed a peculiar object in the sky. As he gazed upwards, he was immediately struck by the sheer size and unusual appearance of the craft. It was a massive gray, disc-shaped object that seemed to hover silently, with no visible means of propulsion or any exhaust or markings on its surface. Take a look.
There goes one. Whoa, man. Whoa. That was freaking fast. Let's find a laser at it. Man, that was fast. Wow. Sorry.
The mysterious Franco was captivated by the sight, and as he continued to observe the object, he decided to test its nature by shining a high-powered laser pointer towards it. To Franco's utter astonishment, the moment the laser beam made contact with the craft, the object ceased its movement, and then instantly shot off at 1,000 miles per hour and completely vanished from view. Stunned by what he had just witnessed, he immediately realized that he had just experienced something truly extraordinary, and was determined to understand what it was that he had seen. The mysterious UFO can be seen moving in the most bizarre manner possible. The object incredibly oscillates in mid-air, without any sort of visible means of propulsion or exhaust system. Franco was completely baffled by this sight. Within a matter of few days, he was eventually contacted by a renowned UFO researcher and analyst named Rob Freeman. Freeman was immediately intrigued by Franco's account and requested access to the original footage of the sighting. After a thorough frame-by-frame analysis, Freeman claimed that the sighting was indeed 100% genuine. The implications of this finding were staggering, and it quickly caught the attention of the media and the scientific community. Franco's sighting was even featured on the History Channel, where it was examined by a panel of experts who were equally amazed by the nature of the object. Despite their best efforts, they were unable to definitively identify the craft as any known type of aircraft, leading them to conclude that it was indeed an unidentified flying object. The significance of Franco's sighting cannot be overstated. In a world where UFO sightings are often dismissed as hoaxes or misidentifications, this incident completely stands out as a shining example of a credible and well-documented encounter with something truly extraordinary. The fact that it has withstood the scrutiny of experts and researchers from renowned organizations serves to increase its importance and the questions it raises about the nature of our universe and the possibility of extraterrestrial life. So, did Joey Franco make contact with something genuinely otherworldly? Or was it something from Earth, just yet unknown to the public eye? You decide. Pilots leaked audio. February 12, 2024, Harrisburg, Boston. Now, this is really an intriguing pilot's audio encounter something in the sky, which I'll play just in a moment. So, two commercial airline pilots were flying a routine route when they witnessed something in the night sky that defied explanation. What they initially thought might be another aircraft quickly revealed itself as something far more mysterious. Well, the incident began as an ultra-bright orange light that one of the pilots pointed out moving erratically off their right side at a high altitude. Immediately, both began closely watching and describing the strange object's movements over the radio. The pilots were amazed at how rapidly the luminous object traveled from one side of their view to the other in just a blink of an eye. Then, as if that speed wasn't bizarre enough, it started flashing a rapid succession of around 3 to 4 lights in quick bursts. What's even more crazy is that this object took a 180-degree turn and changed its direction almost instantaneously, which something no normal airplane is capable of. With that, let's listen to the audio.
Well, you're going to think I'm crazy. There's something that just went from right to left to right in a blink and then flashes lights 3-4 times and vanished.
Okay, well, I had an airplane cross from right to left, E-175, and now there's another one, 777 up there high off the right side that descended to 28. That might be those two aircraft, I'm not sure.
This thing went 180 degrees in like a second.
Oh, goodness. All right. Yeah, let me know if you see it again. We'll make a report.
Well, the details, it literally went from one coast to the other in front of us, and then it went up like 30 degrees, turned off its lights, or whatever it had. It looked like it's a bright orangey thing, and then since we spoke to you last, it flashed us like 3-4 times, and we are still looking at it now.
The more they tried to rationalize what they were witnessing, the more wildly the orange light seemed to defy logic and the laws of physics. What left both pilots mostly surprised was the object's ability to unpredictably switch its bright orange light on and off in a flashing pattern, unlike any aircraft anti-collision lights. That means this object cannot be a plane. Throughout the sighting, the pilots continued providing detailed updates to air traffic control about the object's position and mind-bending maneuvers, completely certain this was no aircraft either had ever seen before based on its movement capabilities. When last observed, the strange orange light was still visible and reacting in unpredictable ways as the pilot's flight path carried them out of range. But they had already witnessed enough to realize something extraordinarily anomalous was indeed occurring high up in the skies. While planes, drones, missiles, and other conventional explanations were likely ruled out by the incredible speeds, movements, and altitudes described, the pilots were actually trying their best for more natural possibilities. Unfortunately, there is no video available for this sighting. Nevertheless, the audio itself sounds really compelling. And as I always say, guys, I really believe when pilots encounter something unusual in the sky that defies explanation. But what are your thoughts on this audio conversation? Do you believe it was a natural phenomenon? Or did the pilots actually encounter something really mysterious in the skies above Boston? I'll let you be the judge of that. Otherworldly. Before I get into it, if you are new here and enjoy mysterious UFO videos like these, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel because more videos like this are on your way. That said, let's get back to the video. March 2, 2023, Ohio. This video was sent to me by one of my subscribers who goes by the username RR. Thank you so much, as I really appreciate you taking the time to send me the video. For the sake of this video, I'll call him John. On an early evening in March of 2023, John was driving his mother's Ford F-150 truck, westbound on US Route 35 through Ohio. His girlfriend was filming from the back seat, while John's mother sat in the front passenger seat. What should have been a normal road trip took a completely extraordinary turn when they encountered something incredibly unusual high up in the sky. Between 7:18 p.m. and 7:37 p.m., John's girlfriend managed to capture something truly otherworldly. Take a look. The footage begins by showing what looks like two mysterious giant bright lights simply hovering in the night sky. If you look carefully, the peculiar object seemed to be emitting a bright spiral blue streak as it appears to grow wings resembling those of an airplane. However, it quickly becomes evident that these wings are not real airplane wings at all. After a few seconds into the video, the wings are visibly projected both in front of and behind the central craft, making it clear this was not an ordinary aircraft. At one point in the middle portion of the videos, the unidentified craft is seen on an apparent collision course with an unsuspecting helicopter that doesn't seem to detect its presence until the last moment. According to John, there are no alterations or modifications done to this video footage, so whatever I'm showing you right now is completely raw, unedited footage, straight from his camera as it happened in real time. While the video is no doubt compelling, John admits that the video was not able to capture the true strange nature of what they saw with their own eyes that evening. He even described that the craft seemingly disappeared from the sky for 10 to 12 minutes at one point, despite the clear, unobstructed view they had. When it reappeared, the craft resumed its highly unconventional flight patterns and light displays that defied any simple explanation based on known aircraft or drones. Throughout the sighting, John was driving while focused on the road ahead, but both his girlfriend capturing the footage and his mother as a witness could audibly be heard expressing shock and amazement at what they were observing high above.
It's huge.
It looks like it's connected together.
On what?
I don't know. I'm like taking some video, but it's not very good.
So did John catch a glimpse of something completely beyond this world? Or could it be explained with something more natural evidence? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Now recently, an astonishing unidentified object was encountered by a renowned military pilot, and this video will show it to you, or you can click on this playlist to check out our other amazing UFO sightings. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notification to get notified every time I upload a new video.